Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murder my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm stepping. Whenever I'm in your town, the Warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever. Oh. New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick of this rampant. So are you. Hold on, switch. Mama, I'm gonna introduce my ego. Since the world full of villains, then let's introduce the heroes. We the good guys, no blood on our hands. And it's Tito, she is back. Finna, guaranteed don't move back. Type of view is that on the globe. It's a visionary peeking out the window of my soul. Might just fall back, bend a helping hand and play my role. You ain't all that in the mirror oversold. Call me Reason A, aka Malcolm XL. That's a big pun, bigger punishment. I give him hell, getting done.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the go.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games, but we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick 6. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on fourth down. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Here comes the pressure, and the Eagles get there to block it. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And, Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum because they pitched a shutout last week. And I don't care who you're playing. That's not easy to do at this level. And they're playing their best football at the right time of year.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Throwing is Hurts. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Kick this one away. Now this thing gets marked where it went out of bounds, so they're going to have really good starting field position near midfield. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Inside give to Elliott. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, ball's out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a first down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come play.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's Brian Anger now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Another run here with Sanders. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Now back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
79 Broncos. Buffalo 18. 65
Looking to throw. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken just shy of the 10. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Look at my team. 17.
On first down, Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
19, 19 Tigers, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 Tigers.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 39. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 2nd and goal.
Hurts. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, what was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And that merely the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that.
Touchdown! Zach Pascal, 56 yards.
And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Taken in by Pascal out left.
He's got room at the 30.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 23. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly, got a great break on the ball, and able to force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 27.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
The Cowboys make over a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They will look to flush the memory of that pick-6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 39, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And some space here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
To throw, Prescott. Throws the out route, and he finds Hilton.
Touchdown, Cowboys! T.Y. Hilton from 17 yards out.
And the Cowboys have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll look to throw.
He's got Brown on the out route complete.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 36. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. A false start backs him up 5. First and 15. He's back to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Marquise Bell, and the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birth